I guess it was probably nearing towards the end of last year. My management and I decided it was probably best for my football to have a bit of a break, and while I was fully committed at Richmond and trying to get into the team there towards the end of the year, I think we both came to the agreement that for the betterment of my football, it was time to have a bit of a change. So I think the Bulldogs approached us. We had a bit of a chat early on, and we decided that here was the best fit and probably the best opportunity for me to play some regular senior football.
One deal done today. Sam Lloyd on his way to the Bulldogs with a late pick from Richmond.
I mean, you play football to try and play in the seniors. That's the idea behind it. And while I loved my 5 years at Richmond, it was probably getting a little bit frustrating towards the end of last year. I was just finding it tough to break in there regularly. So when the Bulldogs came, we decided it was the best fit for me.
Lloyd from 45 to win the game! He's got it! The Tigers have won by a point!
Everyone asks, do you still talk to the players? And I'm like, yeah, of course I do. I spent 5 years and built up some really good, strong relationships there with the players and some of the staff. I actually still live around a lot of the Richmond boys and see them regularly, which is good. For the last couple of years, they've been the strongest side probably in the competition without winning the flag last year. So, you know, I hold no resentment at all. I'm incredibly thankful to the Richmond for giving little chubby kid from Deniliquin a chance to play senior football at the highest level. So, like, I'm forever grateful to Richmond, and I always will be. Footscray have an amazing supporter base, and you don't really realise how much of a community it is here until you get here. We're going down the streets of Yarraville and Footscray and stuff. It's a really big Footscray community and fans that have been around for a long time. So, I mean, they're not as big a crowd, but they're certainly as passionate. Bevo's been fantastic, and he's really passionate. Probably the last few weeks have been pretty disappointing for him, the way we've played, but he's held himself so well and got around the boys, and he's really caring. I've already seen him shed a couple of tears now and then with Pico retiring, and you just see the care he has for the playing group, and yeah, that's something I was pretty impressed by.
Lloyd from 50, and a quick reply for the Dogs. Picked out of there by Lloyd, I think it was. 2 in a row, Dogs, they might have got it. Lloyd, they get one back.
I'm in a locker next to Libbo, which is interesting, but he's been fantastic, and blokes like Lockie Hunter and Easton Wood, who I went to school with. I hadn't seen Easton except for on the footy field for a long time, and as soon as I got down here we rekindled, and we played a lot of football and cricket together at school, so sort of had a little moment before the first game. We just couldn't believe that we were back playing together after sort of 10 or 11 years. Grigger's not playing, but he'll send a couple through, I reckon. And same as Jack Rewald, I reckon they'll get pretty busy on the text. Ranty and it's not playing, but they'll get busy. And then I'm more worried about the guys on the field with the sharp elbows. I'll try to stay as calm as possible, and then it'll be a bit of a relief probably when the ball goes up. We can just play football.